The first tutorial video on the final project, creating a movie trailer. So we're going to be making our own movie trailers. You're going to be doing your own sound design, sound effects, editing, and even some Foley on these final projects. So let's look at this. So this movie that we're doing, it's called The Arbors, and it's actually not released yet. It's supposed to be released this past spring, but it got delayed because of COVID, just like tons of other movies. It is actually scheduled to be at a few big film festivals coming up, but right now it is unreleased, so it's kind of cool to be making a trailer for a movie that has not even been released yet. Here's some basic information on it. The professor, one of my professors from my graduate school, actually did the sound design on this film, and that's where I was able to get this footage for these trailers before it's even released. These two videos right here are some finished trailers that do have the sound design on them, and they are posted on YouTube. And these are the two edits that we're going to be doing our own sound design on as well. So I would recommend that you watch them first, just to kind of get the general vibe of what this movie's kind of like, what it feels like, and where they're going with this stuff. And then this video, or in this tutorial video, I'm going to just be going over step one, and then I'll do a separate tutorial for each of these different steps, just to try and keep them short. So your first assignment after you read all this stuff and watch those videos is to choose one of those two trailers that you want to do your final project on. So click on this link here, and it will take you to a shared Google folder where I've got these two trailers here, and choose which one you want to work on. Two finger tap and go to download. And I've already downloaded these just to save us some time. They should only take a few minutes to download anyway. So then you're going to click on your Finder to open up this, and mine looks a little different because I'm on my home laptop making this video, but um, you should see a downloads option right in here, and you can click on that, and that should show you all your files that have just recently been downloaded. And then you, of course, also have an audio student drive listed here. Okay. So what you need to do is just take this video that you just downloaded, and you can just drag it right into your audio student drive, or you can two finger tap on it and go to copy, and then you can find your audio student folder, which I just created up here, and then paste it into your audio student folder. Okay. Just make sure it is copied there and saved there. Otherwise, when your computer shuts down, you will no longer have your video. Once you have that saved in the right spot, then you can go ahead and we'll just close this, and I'm going to open up a new Ableton session. And step one is, as always, save it. So we'll go to Save Live Set. And you make sure that you're saving yours to your audio student folder. That should be listed down here. And we'll name it your name and movie trailer. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and just delete these two MIDI tracks because we don't need MIDI, but we are going to be using our audio tracks later, so you can just hang on to those for now. And then go ahead and push tab, and that'll take you to the edit screen. And then to import your movie into Ableton, it's just as simple as dragging and dropping, just that quick. So just click on it and pull it into your screen here, drop it in, and you'll see an audio clip appear, and this is the audio that is still left in the trailers, and so it doesn't have all the sound that you saw in the previous version on this web page. All the music and sound effects have been removed, so this is just the dialogue that we're seeing here, and this sound that does remain here is really literally what this sound designer was handed when he was making these trailers. And so this is just dialogue that you're going to have to kind of design your sound around a little bit. We'll have to make sure that it's quiet enough here that we can hear these voices come through when it's time. Depending on which clip you chose, they both have a little bit of sound that you're going to have to work with. And then you should have also gotten like this black screen that pops up, and this is your video screen. So when you push play, you'll see that it has your video here. and
Do
they're
you ever regret not coming with me?
surprisingly quiet when you don't have any music or sound effects added to them. So feel free for right now. I just kind of make that a small screen and drag it down to the side there so it's out of the way. And then as you're working on it, you can size it up and look at it and then get it back down small again. And this, it's really cool because just, wherever you click, you can see where you're at on the scene. It's going to be real nice and easy to sync things up later. One last thing that I want you to do before we end this video is we're going to turn off our grid. Um, so if you go to options just up top here, and we're going to, the snap to grid option right here, I'm going to turn that off. And I'm also going to turn, oh good, that's already turned off too. I want to turn off the snap to grid, and the reason why is when you first come in, the grid thing is there, and that's really good for when you're making music because it's automatically going to kind of sync up the beats of the music that you're working on with other beats. And anyway, it's really good for music, but it's not so good for our movie trailer because we are going to want to sneak in sounds like, wherever we need them, and we're not really making like a cohesive song or a beat pattern or anything like that. So I just turn that grid off just for later, just to make sure that it's easier to place things exactly where you want them. And again, that's under options and snap to grid, or you can see there's a shortcut if you want to do that one also. Okay, that's it for this tutorial.